Yes, indeed. We are live, baby. You are now rocking with the best. Roll Parrish in here. Believe in Cowboys. Let me just say this. The breaking news is here. Just in case you don't know, it's already been dropped. It's already out there. Micah Parsons' fate has been sealed. He is no longer a Dallas Cowboy. He's been moved to the Green Bay Packers for 2 first-round picks and a player. So let's just put this out here. The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, in a span of, I would say, roughly 6 to 7 months, has lost 2 generational talents in Luka Doncic and now Micah Parsons. There's pictures of those two together where they signed autographs and exchanged jerseys. Those pictures will be circulating on the internet as the internet is about to be broken. But the breaking news, as we'll focus, is on the Dallas Cowboys, and we know that this is just how Jerry likes it. Again, the deal is Micah Parsons going to the Green Bay Packers. In exchange, the Cowboys receive Kenny Clark, who is a defensive lineman, which helps them because we know that the Dallas Cowboys have some problems when it comes to defense in the interior line. And 2 first-round picks. Now, the picks have not been disclosed which years that they are in, so we'll wait to see when they're coming. But I am just surprised but not surprised, because when we look at it, everybody's been talking about Micah Parsons. That's arguably been the biggest story in training camp. It's been the biggest story before even training camp began, because we know that Micah wanted to re-sign early with the Cowboys. The other big story surrounding the Cowboys, the documentary on Netflix that dropped that features Jerry Jones, the gambler, and America's team. And one of the biggest stories in that Netflix production, all 8 episodes, which I've watched all of them. I believe it's 8. Is it 6? Is it 8? Either way, it doesn't matter. I've watched all of them. It's currently on my TV playing right now. One of the biggest stories in that documentary is the Herschel Walker trade, where the Cowboys made off with draft capital gold. Had players, they cut the players, those turned into draft assets, which they went on to build a 3-time Super Bowl champion. So will that happen here? Now the Cowboys get 2 first-round picks, as I mentioned. Micah Parsons now gets paid. Kind of buried the lead on that one. A 4-year deal, $188 million. We don't know the guarantees just yet. However, Micah Parsons is now the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Wow. So a lot to digest there. Again, a 4-year, $188 million deal for Micah Parsons as he goes from the Dallas Cowboys. Those number 11 jerseys are about to be on the clearance rack, or they're about to be sent overseas to a third world country, because you're no longer going to have a need for them, unless you just want to be nostalgic and put on your Parsons jersey. But now he will be going from the star in the helmet with the silver and the white to the green and gold with the big G on the side. So, originally from Pennsylvania, plays at Penn State. We know that he sat out for a season in the COVID year to prepare for the NFL. Many had speculated he was going to be doing the same thing, prepared to sit out this season because the deal was not negotiated yet and he was not happy. And there was so much controversy between Jerry Jones, who felt that he had negotiated a deal directly with the player, which is an obvious no-no. Jerry Jones refused to acknowledge David Mulligetta, who is you can basically say the creme de la creme of agents, if not the best, one of the best in the NFL, who every time he negotiates a deal, it is going to break records, and that player is going to become the highest paid at his positions. We've seen it over and over again when it comes to the athletes that David Mulligetta represents, and nothing has changed here, because you have Micah Parsons now, the highest paid at his position, the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Now he has to go to the post office and have one of his people do it for him, because a change of address is definitely happening, because Micah Parsons is out of here. 2 first-round picks coming to the Dallas Cowboys and a player as Micah Parsons leaves. So what does this mean for the big picture? We know that everyone talks about the culture of the Dallas Cowboys and how things need to be reset, and how, there's really not a culture in Dallas. They're always trying to establish one. So many questions. Again, that is another theme. When it comes to the Cowboys, there are so many questions, not enough answers. Brian Schottenheimer, first-year head coach, has been in the NFL for decades. The legacy that he brings with him. Father, Marty Schottenheimer, Hall of Fame caliber coach. did amazing things in this league for decades. Now, Brian comes in after being a position coach, a coordinator, and different stops in the NFL. Now he has this opportunity to be a head coach. You have the highest paid player in the NFL at Dak Prescott, the highest paid quarterback. You have two stud wide receivers, one all-pro CeeDee Lamb. You have Pickens on the other side, who comes from Pittsburgh. So your offense appears to be set. A lot of questions with the offensive line, the wall of Tyler, and then who's going to tote the rock again. But you have good pieces. On the defensive side, Matt Eberflus, defensive coordinator extraordinaire when he was with the Colts. Not so much great when it comes to being a head coach, but that's neither here nor there. Let's focus on the present. When he was with the Colts, turnover margin was his thing. So you have Micah Parsons, who's supposed to be inserted into this defense. Yeah, not going to happen. So I've been just rambling. Normally you can find me on Believe in Cowboys along with Jesse Holly. And of course, it is always brought to you by FanDuel. And we are just mind blown away right now because this is something that I don't think many people expected. We just saw Jerry Jones do his press run for the documentary that I just mentioned earlier. And he said that in so many words, Micah was going to be playing for the Dallas Cowboys. He held his rights for at least the next 3 seasons because he's still under contract under his rookie deal. And he could hit him with the franchise tag next year and the year after. That was the impression that we got, that Micah wasn't going anywhere, that this deal would be worked out. The deal has been worked out. Micah is gone. He's out of here. Do you ever think when you out of here? Star on the helmet, out of here. Playing at Jerry's World, out of here. It happens. Welcome to the NFL. So the question now is, what's next? All I know is that the tickets for week 4, when the Cowboys host the Green Bay Packers, yesterday's price is not today's price. That is going to be the must-see TV game of the year, especially coming off the fact that 2 seasons ago, the last time the Cowboys had a playoff game, when they had that winning streak of 1 million games and everything was on point, and they welcomed the Green Bay Packers into Jerry World, thinking that they had a chance to actually advance to the Super Bowl. The Green Bay Packers had other plans. They came into Jerry's World and put belt to booty, baby. Oh, yeah, it was ugly. You had a pick six here and there. You had Jordan Love looking like he was a mix between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, and they put that 40 burger up on America's team. It's very well documented. In case you forgot, go and watch the documentary. They talk about it all in there. So anyway, fast forward to now, 2025. The season's about to start. Micah Parsons gets moved on August 28th, a Thursday, right before the holiday weekend. And now he is going to be playing for the Packers, who happen to come and visit the Dallas Cowboys in the regular season. Baby, you cannot even write this. Okay, there are script writers in Hollywood that wouldn't even think to come up with something like this. Speaking of Hollywood, that is where Luka Doncic is now. Luka is in La La Land. That's where the magic happens out there. And we've seen how things have unfolded. So, Dallas fans, can we just have a quick conversation? Just me and you. Anybody that lives in the Metroplex, just me and you here talking. If your mental health is attached to the way the teams perform in the city, say this sincerely. I'm here for you. I'm praying for you. I'm not saying this tongue-in-cheek at all. I'm not saying this tongue-in-cheek. I am literally here for you. You've been through a lot in the past 6.5, 7 months. We witnessed one of the greatest players in Dallas Mavericks history get moved out at midnight. And yeah, a lot of people still aren't over that, but you have to move on. That was February 2nd, 2025. Fast forward. Now in August. See, we didn't see Luka coming. We didn't see that move coming at all. But now we kind of had a hint that something probably was going to happen. And now it's happened. So, franchise player for the Mavericks, franchise player for the Cowboys, both gone. Kanye West and Cameron, gone. Boys to Men, it's the end of the road. NSYNC, bye, 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 bye. All these players, these generational talents, these game changers, these playmakers, players that put butts in seats, baby, they are gone. So again, fans of the Cowboys, fans of the Mavericks, fans in the Metroplex, I feel for you. I'm here for you. I can't imagine how you're feeling. We're going to see social posts of individuals watching television, throwing items at their TV, ripping their TVs off the wall, upset with the fact that Jerry has now decided to move Micah Parsons out of here. So, anybody that has any gripes, please put your gripes in the chat. I need to see you. I need to feel you. I need to understand your pain. I need to really, really, really dive deep into your inner soul if you're feeling that pain right now, because I know you. I know you. I know a lot of you. I grew up with a lot of you. I grew up in the Metroplex. I remember what it felt like when I first moved here and everybody was talking about Tom Landry's fired. Who is this Jerry Jones guy? Who does he think he is? He just fired Tom Landry. A couple of weeks later, a couple of months later, what do you mean they're trading Herschel Walker? What are they doing? And they get 5 nobodies for Herschel Walker, the best player in the NFL? Wow. This is a lot to digest. Ro Parrish here, Believe in Cowboys. That's where you normally can find me, along with Jesse Holly, where we chop it up about everything. We are not Cowboys homers, not by a long shot. We just keep it a buck. We keep it a $1.50 actually. And we're going to address everything like the numbers on the front of your house. We're going to address everything. And now we're addressing Micah Parsons, who is no longer a Dallas Cowboy. Those number 11 jerseys, you can put those somewhere else. You can give those to the Goodwill. You can give them to your little brother if they no longer fit, because you're really going to have no use for that Cowboys number 11 jersey. Not going to need it, buddy. Sorry, it's done. If you want to upgrade, go ahead and visit Packers.com, NFL.com, and get ready to get your Packers Micah Parsons jersey. Yeah, I can believe it. I don't know if anybody out there is familiar with the show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Shouts out to Will Smith, who apparently is using AI in his post to have fans at his shows. That's neither here nor there. No judgment. This is a safe space. But shouts out to DJ Jazzy Jeff, who is a Philadelphia Eagle fanatic. He went live the other night, as he does because he DJs weekly, and he saw that I was in there, and that's a good friend of mine. And a Philadelphia fanatic, an Eagles fanatic, got on the live and said, shouts out to Ro Parrish, my brother Ro Parrish. Jerry needs to get his act together. I don't know what y'all doing. Jerry needs to get his act together. That is what DJ Jazzy Jeff, the world-renowned, internationally known, internationally platinum, Grammy Award-winning DJ, Philadelphia fanatic Jazzy Jeff said. I actually posted it on my social media today. You can see it on my IG. I literally posted it this morning because my spidey sense was tingling. I had a feeling something might happen today. And if not today, it might happen tomorrow or in the next coming days. I knew that Micah Parsons, deep down, was not going to play for the Cowboys. If anybody is here locally, I'm on the morning show for CBS Texas. I said that I did not think a deal was going to get done, and I'm pretty sure that he was going to sit out. Well, I was wrong on at least one of those. Because he doesn't have to sit out, because now he is a member of a new team. He gets to go to Green Bay. 4-year deal, $188 million for Micah Parsons. We don't know how much of it's guaranteed. We know that the Cowboys are going to get Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. So, hey, Cowboys fans, air out your grievances. I know you're upset, some of you. You know what? And let me just say this. Some of you aren't upset. I've scrolled through social media and I've seen a number of people who are actually wanting Jerry to get Micah out of here. So for those people out here that didn't want Micah to stay, you get your wish. But as we say, as many say, baby, be careful what you wish for. So again, Ro Parrish here. You are now rocking with the best. Hey, Micah's out of here. Catch me normally, Believe in Cowboys. That's where you can find me along with Jesse Howley, Mr. Fourth and Long, to where we chop it up weekly, sometimes bi-weekly, about everything going on with the Cowboys. Well, this is one more topic. And for the last, I don't know how many months, we began the podcast by saying, yep, today is such and such. I'm looking at my watch, and Micah Parsons still has not been re-signed. So I hate to say this, but we will no longer be able to say that at the beginning of the show, but it is what it is. We're moving forward. Shouts out to everybody who believes in Cowboys. Shouts out to everyone, again, whose financial wellness, not financial wellness, whose mental wellness is attached to how the Cowboys play. That's all I got. Micah Parsons going to the Green Bay Packers in exchange for 2 first-round picks and defensive tackle Kenny Clark. Apparently, this deal has been discussed casually for the last couple of weeks, ramping up over the last few days. And here we are. Cowboys were willing to listen, and they pulled the trigger on one of the greatest, most controversial trades that we've seen the Cowboys make since Herschel Walker was dealt back in the day. Well, I hope you've enjoyed your time here chopping it up with me. Again, it's a safe space. I hope you're okay. Luka Doncic. Wow. Los Angeles Laker. Micah Parsons, Green Bay Packer. That was not on my bingo card for the year 2025 when we celebrated on December 31st. That's a wrap for me. I appreciate you. Again, Believe in Cowboys, brought to you by FanDuel. We have been checked in. Micah Parsons out of here. I'm Parrish. Thanks for coming out. God bless you, and good night.